Like what I see about our traditional sports like football and like soccer or basketball, the most times the primary aim for that is just to make it to the league.
Yeah.
And a lot of kids, when they don't make it to the league, they fall flat and they become harm to themselves, but also to the community that they serve. Because I know a lot of dude that holds the block thought they were going to make it to the basketball, to the league, but they never made it. And what did they do? Instead of using the opportunity to get educated and find a different way to impact your community, impact your people, they end up in the hood again, right? And they still brag about that they were number one in high school. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? You could be number one in something else. So when I take a kid kayaking, it's really opening their eyes to all of the possibilities that's out there. It's you can be a professional kayaker if that's what you want to do, but the reality is like there's many more opportunities. Also the people that you're meeting that are kayaking.
Yeah.
When you go to the court and you play basketball, you're meeting kids your peers, your age, and you all have dream, but most of your dream are aligning, right? But when you go and sit in a kayak and you're sitting next to a doctor or a lawyer or a police officer, all that, you start sitting next to these actual professionals that are making the world move. You know what I'm saying? Then it's like it opens kids' eyes to a different level of possibility, and they can see themselves becoming something greater than what they've ever imagined in their life. So that's really what it's about. It's exposure. It's just getting people in environments and situations where they can think a little bit.
Yeah.
I think what I'm getting out of this, and the most interesting part of it to me, and just for full disclosure, I'm not an outdoors person.
He's very opposite.
My black ass is not going. I'm going to Neiman Marcus. That's where I'm going. But what I like about what Chev is doing with people and particularly with kids, and this is the part that I think personally I honor the most, is that he's teaching people the difference between fear and danger, and he's forcing people to understand that a lot of what we fear is a lot of what we have created.
Mm-hmm.
And I think anything that makes us confront our fears at that level,
for sure,
that makes us, sort of reveal how we participate in our own undermining is an extraordinary thing.
Yeah.
It really is. I used to work with a camp. It was a rites of passage camp. So I have been out in the woods, just to be clear, okay? Just to be clear. I'm not speaking as someone who has no experience, because that would be unintelligent. But we did the rites of passage, and we would take, inner city Black kids from across the country out to some camp in Wisconsin and Iowa and introduce them to all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
And Chev's absolutely right. Most of them, when confronted with nature, realize they're not as tough as they thought they were. and what it also does, and Chev, you can respond to this if you will. It makes them take off the mask.
Absolutely. You can't hide.
The bravado, the machismo, they had to take that off because now you're counting on another man, another woman, somebody else to help you
survive.
Exactly. It's true, man. It's like, I've taken people into the woods where I say to them, I would say, don't bring any water with them. Right. And they're like, wait.
That's where I'm going home. You would have lost that's what I'm leaving, Chev.
But I say that to certain, but we're taught now, like, oh, you have to. Yes, I know water is essential to your survival. You're not going to make it without it. But if I'm telling you don't bring any, clearly there's a way that we're going to find it. It's there, right? But people don't think. Clearly, why would I not want water? But because it's so ingrained in you that, oh my God, like I need to bring my water, not knowing that water is right there, right? And we'll go and I'll boom, I'll get my machete and I'll cut a branch or something, and I would say, just let this drip for a little bit, and boom, there's fresh water that's more tasty than what's in the bottle. And they're like, oh man, I didn't know. I see this every day in my backyard. And it's like, yeah, but this water is cleaner than the one coming out of your faucet, but you wouldn't know, right? So it's like little things like that. Or you say, don't go buy blueberries. I'll show you where to go find those.
Hey, everybody on the YouTube. Thank you for tuning in. If you like what you see, make sure you like and comment and share, because we got to spread the joy, people. That's how it goes. See you next time.